A great character back in the NFL is Sean Payton. And this came from Dean Blandino talking about the Eagles' strategic push of Jalen Hurts. And, Peter, I sent you the clip yesterday from our conversation the morning after the Eagles-Texans game. And I don't want to say we get credit or blame, but we talked about how teams should embrace the ability to shove the ball carrier, that rule's been off the books since 2006. And I haven't gone back and done the research, but it didn't really become prevalent until we started saying they should just do this strategically. The Eagles have been doing it strategically to the point where it seems unfair, to the point where Sean Payton now vows, as he told Dean Blandino on Super Bowl Sunday, he's going to do it constantly until the league outlaws it because it's effective. The problem is it doesn't look good. It doesn't celebrate the athleticism of the players. It's just a big old clot of bodies pushing forward against a defense.
It's a dumb play. It always has been a dumb play. It shouldn't exist. And it's gotten bastardized the longer it stands. And look at how good the Eagles got at it. I don't blame the Eagles. You know what the Eagles are doing? They're taking advantage of a dumb rule. And the NFL's job when there is a dumb rule is to fix it. And I will be shocked if they don't fix it after what we've seen this year. Absolutely unequivocally, it has to be fixed. It isn't football, Mike. It's rugby. I mean, rugby is a fine sport, but I don't see rugby, I don't see rugby putting jet motions in the game and putting RPOs in the game. It's a bastardization of the rules, and the NFL needs to outlaw it.
And here's how this all came to be. Pre-2006, the rule was you couldn't push or pull a runner. And what would happen is from time to time in the open field, you would see at the end of the play, somebody runs up from behind and shoves the runner. And usually there's a defensive player in the mix, and it never got called. Football Zebras pointed out that rule hasn't been flagged in 30 years, pulling or pushing the runner. And Mike Pereira explained years ago that they got rid of the rule because there was never a clear instance of pushing the runner. So it's one thing for it to happen spontaneously in the field of play, and you're not quite sure whether or not there was real assistance and nobody throws the flag. It's another thing to have a strategic design play premised on, as we were riffing that day after this Eagles-Texans game, put two defensive linemen back there, put Taysom Hill back there, put a defensive lineman under center, add to the physics, add to the forces and the weight that will propel the ball forward if you really want to take it to the extreme. And, Peter, I think the easy fix is this, just to outlaw pushing the runner within the tackle box. Just do that. Because then you can still have the spontaneous shove at the end of a play, which isn't a designed aspect of the game.
I mean, look, I don't think any shoving or pushing should be allowed. I think once a defensive player is in a tackling position on a ball carrier, someone on the ball carrier's team should not be allowed to then contact this little mini scrum and propel the ball carrier forward. The ball carrier should be tackled, period. End of play, end of story. There shouldn't be any pushing allowed. Any pushing forward allowed, and there certainly shouldn't be any plays like the Jason Kelce play.
And it really is to the point where it's grown into this strategic thing, and you can't fault coaches for doing it. It's effective. The Eagles have perfected it, and what are we going to see? Other teams will do the same damn thing, and Sean Payton is already vowing to do it. It's kind of a threat, but it's also kind of a promise because it works. Why wouldn't you do it? It works. If you have the bodies, if you have the quarterback who has the lower body strength to do it, you can make it work. And we're going to see it continue until they get rid of it.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.